Warning. Warning.
This show contains mature content. Listener discretion is advised.
Are you ready to get your mind blown?
One angry New York City Puerto Rican decided to start a radio show, determined to piss the world off by shoving a mirror in front of society's face. He kicked them in the balls.
What are you? Who are you?
This is the Crotch Radio Show. Crotch Radio Show.
This is not a test. This is a broadcast transmission.
We're going to stay on the air.
And now, the Whippy.
Welcome to the Crotch Radio Show. After 1 month of hiatus, the New World Order continues its domination, its quest to find, seek, and destroy all the scum in and out of the 9/11 Truth Movement, all the scum out there, exposing them all. I'm fully rested, I am fully powered, and I am... as always, I'm fucking pissed off at everything that's going on this fucking planet. And attention haters, and I know you guys are going to be listening to the archive if you're not listening already. Yeah, feel free making up stories about me. Feel free, making videos about my friends. Because you know what, dudes? That's called gang stalking. So, ironically, it's you guys that are acting like the New World Order by gang stalking. So yeah, congrats. And hey, I might not be big like Alex Jones. I might not be, all polished like some of your favorite boring ass 9/11 truther shows with truth in the title. Yeah, I have crotch in the name. No, it's not pornographic, but hey, you know that already. I explained it ad nauseum. But hey, 1 month, I took a nice break 1 month, which means you guys had a nice vacation for not hearing my mouth for a month and me just verbally destroying you. Especially a lot of people that have been leaving comments and just thinking that they're doing something good, but they're just stealing other people's research and not giving them credit. It's like, I'm doing shield fatalities because I come up with something and I try to pass it off as fact. Oh my God, yes. I am douche Ironshore. Yeah. Okay. But, it's, damn, dude, it's been a fucking month. 1 month. Had to take a break. 2010 was a year of battles for me. Taking the hit, especially over the summer 2010, especially with the thing with Luke. I am glad to say the thing with Luke, we finally won. Luke is on the run. Unfortunately, the fight continues because there's still the Freemason problem we have to deal with. Contrary to what a lot of people want you to believe, that is an issue that needs to be taken care of, and not taken lightly. Yeah, it could be a distraction, but still, it's like mold. If you ignore mold, it's allowed to grow, and you just gotta freaking get some UV light and just destroy it. Yeah, so today I'm joined by Scott Perillo. He has a website called thepopulist.net. He's been following the thing with the senator, that senator chick that got her ass shot on Saturday by some lunatic. You know, which is starting to look really fishy. Especially when you listen to a lot of the stuff there. We're going to be breaking it down. Scott, you want to start?
Okay. Thank you. My name's Perino, not Perillo.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Perillo. Well, what happened was, yesterday I found this on Information Underground. I was surfing Information Underground, and somebody had a post there that Gabrielle Gifford, the congresswoman who was shot, Gabrielle Gifford, she has a YouTube channel, and she only has 2 subscribers. She is subscribed to 2 other channels. One is Congressman Ike Skelton of Missouri, and the other one is Jared Lee Logner, her shooter, the young kid that shot her. So she was subscribed to his YouTube channel. I couldn't believe it. I went to her YouTube channel and checked, and sure enough, she was subscribed to his channel. Now this was last night and early this morning. So I started writing a piece about it. I got some screen captures. I have a screen capture on my I have a story written up on my website, thepopulist.net. It's in the upper left corner if you go there now, and anybody who does. But so I have a screen capture of her YouTube channel. I have my cursor highlighting his what is it? Class It Up 10. Class It Up 10 is the name of Jared Lauder's channel. I have my cursor highlighting his channel, and then I have the link to his channel. So she was subscribed to his channel. Then I posted this.
Yeah, we have someone commented. She subscribes to Logner's channel. Can you back this up? Actually, we can. We have a whole bunch of screenshots, Glenn.
Absolutely.
Glenn Z. They actually deleted it today, but it's already. We already got the screenshots. They're everywhere now. You could just Google them right now. I know. I got the screenshot from Jack Blood. In fact, let me get the screenshots.
And also on my write-up, I have 2 screen captures there. I have 2 screen captures of her subscription to Lawner's channel. And then when this went public this morning, that's the thing. I went to bed about 10 o'clock this morning, Pacific time. You know, I just took a little nap after writing all this up. And I got back up at 2 o'clock, and it was gone. So somebody took her subscription down today. I mean, she's in critical condition in a hospital, recovering from surgery that opened up her brain. She's not going to go in and mess around with her YouTube channel today. Somebody's covering up.
Yeah, so she deleted her subscription to him from her hospital bed?
Well, somebody did. Yeah, I don't believe it. Somebody did. The question is, why would she be... I mean, you know, she's rich. She's a well-to-do congresswoman, well-educated, married. What would she be subscribing to a 22-year-old disturbed kid's YouTube channel that only has 4 little freaky videos on it? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I think that they must know each other in some way outside of YouTube. I just can't believe that, you know... I mean, if she was subscribed to 1,000 pages, like, okay, well, that's what she does on YouTube. She just surfs around and, you know, subscribes to pages, but she doesn't. I mean, she's only got 2. Sure, she had 2. Ike Skelton of Missouri and Jared Lee Logner. So something is going on. And the fact that they're covering it up says, okay, you know, they're aware that they have to cover this up because there's too many questions that they can't answer.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I haven't been looking into this because, again, been on vacation for the past month trying to unwind. But the one thing I did pay attention to, which I found kind of strange, remember that 9-year-old girl that was shot and killed? That she was born on 9/11/2001?
Yep.
She was born on 9/11/2001, and they were interviewing her father, and this just recently happened, and the guy is like, all calm. It's like, yeah, she was very interested in politics. She was elected to student government. You know, she was a joy to have around. She came in a tragedy, and unfortunately, she went out in a tragedy. But those years in between,
Right.
yeah, could he
It sounds like a canned story.
yeah. Yeah, it did. It really, he sounded way too calm to have just lost his daughter, and he only has 2 kids. Just his only daughter? I mean, come on. I mean, I would be, son of a, I'd be cussing. I mean, there would be no way I could keep my composure.
Right. Well, I mean, I suspected it from the get-go, and there's a lot more to this than just this one thing. But here, with this YouTube subscription, we do have, it is evidence they are covering something up. That's clear now. But I mean, the whole thing stinks, and it stank from day one. This guy Lawner, he's got 4 videos on his YouTube channel. 4. Okay? And one's his introductory video. In another one, he talks about, he's a conscious dreamer. He talks about mind control. He talks about being a sleepwalker. And he says that he is a sleepwalker. And, in a few days, you will see that I'm a conscious dreamer. And he has one YouTube video called Mind Controller. And it's just a diagram of it says Mind Controller, and it's just a little freaky video, but, and so this guy's YouTube channel was only created on October 25th of last year. So that's only, it's 80 days, 78, 79 days old. It's okay. So this guy hasn't been a freak for very long. He's supposed to be some kind of gun nut, right? But even according to FBI Director Mueller, Lawner purchased that gun in late November, so he hasn't had a lot of time to be a gun nut. This was a Glock 9mm that he did the shooting with. That gun was purchased in late November. Then you also have what was it? Yesterday there was everybody was looking for. There's a second suspect, and there was that video of him walking around in the mall. That CCTV video. A lot of people have seen this video. That they were looking for this man, 40 to 50 years old, who allegedly was connected to Lawner, had driven him around. And then after Mueller arrives and the FBI director makes a press conference in Tucson, that was nothing. The second suspect, he was just a cab driver. And they talked to him, and there was nothing. I don't even know his name. The media report I saw didn't even mention his name. Okay, and then there was also a suspicious package mentioned. But it turns out, the suspicious package, it's nothing. It's nothing. They thought it was something, but now it's, they're just washing everything away and just giving us this lone gunman story, this crazy lone gunman story, and that's going to be it. And then they're making up this other, stories of this tragedy, this woman who was born on 9/11, this girl that was born on 9/11. So I just think it stinks, and I think that it's playing right into the New World Order's hands. That's exactly what I think.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we got our first stalker. I knew I had a feeling by the questions that it wasn't my friend Glenzie. Someone was
I'm not seeing these questions.
No, it's on the talk show interface. Someone logged in and under the name of a friend of mine, Glenzie from We Are Change, New Jersey. In fact, that's him calling right now. Hold on. Yo, G.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I got someone posing as you on the talk show interface. I'm on the show live right now.
Yeah, it's probably Troy from West Virginia again.
Yeah. He's like Glenzie, and I'm like, I thought that was, he's like, can you conspiracy nuts be any dumber? We're talking about the congresswoman that got shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to call in, or if you want me to call you real quick.
I wish I could. I'm actually finishing up with my job over here, so
yeah.
Maybe tomorrow night I can join the actual broadcast.
All right.
Yeah, whoever's doing it, just ignore him. Don't worry about it.
All right. He just wanted to confirm that it wasn't you.
Oh, no, it's definitely not me, man.
All right.
I'll be calling in, so the reason I called in is because I'm stuck in my job right now.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. All right.
Quick take on the Congresswoman shooting thing. I haven't obviously read too much about it. I only found out about it last night when I got home from work.
Yeah, don't be
Like every other mind control operation that these people try to run on us. So that's my 2 cents.
right. I mean, that's basically what we're saying, that this was an MK Ultra job. A lot of strangeness happening. That it doesn't make.
What you gotta really look at, I mean, to confirm that point of view, is the fact that the media is rolling out this aggressive anti-gun campaign right on time, and it's just, in time for the new year, and the timing is just perfect, because Obama's going to give the State of the Union pretty soon for his halfway, through his term, so it's the perfect event to make them seem like they're doing something about, this problem of conspiracy protesters gone violent everywhere.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. My guest is saying he agrees. I got the fake Glenn Z just acting like an ass in the.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be a genius to really look, to understand. Once you look at these things, you realize the MO is the same thing over and over again. And for some reason, it's always like the nerdy type, because,
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess they're easier to convince that they're government agents or something. Maybe he really was a government agent. I really don't know what to tell you, except the media is having a field day with this one. The lady survived, so that should be the end of it. It was a tragic shooting. Some crazy guy went ape shit. But the lady survived, so let's move on.
Yeah,
That's it.
well, we also
Right.
can't. But the thing is, they're also using the other deaths as well. Like, they're like the father was all calm. The father of the 9-year-old girl that was born on 9/11, and how calm he was during that interview, which sounded.
Yeah, a lot of shit don't add up. Listen, B, I gotta let you go, but definitely not me in the chat room. Fuck whoever's doing that.
Alrighty.
I'll talk to you when I get home online, man, alright?
Oh, okay. Later.
Thanks, man. Bye-bye.
Right.
I agree
All right.
with everything that last man just said.
That was the real Glenn Z of WeAreChangeNewJersey.com. That's just spell it out. Definitely check him out. His group is pure grassroots. He doesn't ask for donations. Everything is basically people bring their own stuff to pass out potluck. So I mean, there's no corruption going on there. So
Right. I mean, don't you think most of the people at We Are Change, most of them are people looking for answers, right? I mean, there's a few controllers that are bad seeds.
yeah, no.
But We Are Change is pretty cool people, right?
Well, look, a lot of people from various weird change groups are starting to wake up and starting to realize that the whole group think is not the way to go. That the way to do it is to be independent, be a free thinker, and do your own thing. So that way they can't just put us all in the same room easily. If they have to adapt to many different people, it makes it harder for them.
Right. Well,
So,
you mentioned that this is MK Ultra, and you know what? I do think that. I agree with you right there. But it's not enough to just think that. It's like, what evidence do we have? And we also got to realize that this Jared Lee Lohner, he was a recruit at MEPS Phoenix, which is Military Entrance Processing Station in Phoenix. He says so right on his own YouTube channel. So he is in the process of going into the military, and he is stopping by and seeing these doctors and going through all these physicals. What kind of medical treatment is he going? Or what is he getting from these people at MEPS? I've heard that he's on I've heard that he's on meds. I've heard that he's on psychiatric drugs. And also, here's another thing: is that Janet?
Okay, hold on. The fake, whoever's probably Troy from West Virginia. He's saying he wasn't a recruit.
That's what who says? That's what this fake dude in chat is saying?
Yeah.
I don't have that chat. Well, he was. I mean, He was trying to get into the Army, and he was being processed through MEPS in Phoenix.
Okay, so
He may not have taken...
Well, he wasn't a recruit yet. He was going through the process of becoming a recruit.
Right.
Okay.
See, if you take when you actually swear the oath of enlistment, then you might be put on delayed entry program, and then you'd be sitting around waiting to join the military for when you'd get your boot camp schedule and all that. I don't think he was to that point, but I think that he was trying to join the military, and he was definitely being processed by the doctors at MEPS in Phoenix.
Okay, but he wasn't a recruit yet.
No, he was trying to get into that. That's what I've heard. I can't. Okay. I don't have the verification of that in front of me, but that's what I've heard is that he was trying to get into the United States Army. Desperately, he really wanted to get into the Army, and he was being processed in. So all I'm saying is that he's in contact with doctors at this at a military hospital.
Where is this military hospital?
Military Entrance Processing Station in Phoenix, Arizona, MEPS. MEPS is your first step into the military, and you would get a physical, and they would tell you, and they could give you a physical and psychiatric exam. And this is assuming that he's already on all these other meds from whatever else he's got going. So, all I'm saying is, if he's MK Ultra, if this is a setup, which I think it is, and we now have evidence that some part of it is being covered up, if this is a setup, then who is directing him? And I think that the connection is there through maps and shit. And one more thing is that Janet Napolitano was the governor of Arizona. She was an attorney in Arizona. She's got all kinds of deep connections that go way back in Arizona. So if they were going to pull this off, and she's now the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security. So if they wanted to pull this off, and the connections are there to do it here in Arizona, is what I wanted to say.
Okay. Well, I got this article here from the Red Dirt Report. MK Ultra at work in Tucson attack. There was the birthday of the 9-year-old girl shot in the chest. Oh, see, this is the point I was making. Shot in the chest and killed yesterday by a robot-like assassin in Tucson, Arizona, September 11, 2009. Christina Taylor Greene was born on the very date that changed America forever. She was among the children of hope. Evidence that despite the death and destruction of a terror attack, the beauty of life still prevailed. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the Green family and those who knew and loved this innocent girl who had a love of ballet and student council. She was at U.S. Representative Gabrielle Gifford's congressional town hall at a Tucson Safeway because Christina had shown an interest in government, and a neighbor offered to take Christina along because, as the Arizona Republic reported, she thought she would enjoy it. The birth date really shook me up. Was there something more to it? Ever since 9/11/2001, Christina's birthday, people had increasingly noted numerological patterns in days and events. As a reporter on 9/11 and the days afterward at the Alexandria, LA Town Talk, my editors instructed me to research and write about writings of Nostradamus in hopes of making sense of the 9/11 tragedy. Many people have read into the prophecies of Nostradamus, which I really don't believe. I honestly don't.
Right. Me neither.
I don't subscribe to Nostradamus. I think, hey, he made some guesses, and people are just people are just taking it, twisting it. The only thing about Nostradamus that I enjoy was that sci-fi show called First Wave. Remember that show, First Wave?
Yeah. And Nostradamus read the Kabbalah too, which means he was one of those. So no, I don't trust him at all.
Oh, okay. Well,
other than entertainment.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. It's just entertaining. I like my sci-fi. Yes, like my sci-fi. But anyways, back to this article here. Some see things in his writings that others don't see. Regardless, there seems to be power to his writings that is difficult to ignore. Oh, shit. And in these troubled times, oh goodness, I'm getting over a cold, ladies and gentlemen. There, people are looking for answers, and here we are, as I write this, on the date that reads 1/09/11. And this leads me back to the alleged assassin Jared Lee Lochner, 22, clearly a troubled young man. A quick visit to one of Lochner's YouTube channels reveals a person not clearly obsessed with issues pertaining to mind control, but also a person who has all the characteristics of someone under mind control. This naturally brings to mind previous mind control MK Ultra assassins who are loners and speak in confused, surreptitious, Jabberwocky-esque riddles and appears to be in a daze, from Lee Harvey Oswald to Mark David Chapman. These are just a few examples. Yep. Check out this YouTube site if you dare, titled Introduction Jared Lochner. As one blogger noted, the eerie text-only YouTube site reeks of forcible programming. As author Dominic Streetsfield noted in his fascinating book Brainwash, he notes that comments of an MK Ultra subject worker named Milton Klein. In the 1970s, Klein commented that the hypnosis could be used to create a Manchurian candidate, said Klein. As noted by Streetsfield, it cannot be done by everyone. It cannot be done consistently, but it can be done, adds author Streetsfield. Wow. Perhaps he was right. Who's to tell? In Britain's Daily Mail newspaper, they reported that the pot-smoking Lochner was smart, opinionated, but maybe a little troubled. He was also rejected by the U.S. Army for reasons unknown. The interest in the military and his seeming rejection would be a red flag. Perhaps Lochner was considered useful in other ways. And while Lochner did not list The Catcher in the Rye as one of his favorite books, he did note the dystopian Brave New World, Ken Kinsey's insane asylum classic One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, as well as The Odyssey, which I found a bit eerie personally, only because in the days prior to the shooting, I had been playing Cream's Tales of Brave Ulysses over and over, a song inspired by Homer's Odyssey, but that's a topic for another day. Several books of the Things Are Not As They Seem variety on Lochner's list are Lewis Carroll's Alice Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. These classics of children's literature, as well as Frank Baum's The Wizard of Oz, another Lochner favorite, are often cited when addressing issues of mind control and the occult. They seem odd choices for a modern man in his early 20s.
Right.
Which is true, because I'm currently reading The Mystery Method, How to Get Beautiful Women in Bed.
I got Conan. I guess I don't read, I don't read that much anymore. Everything's online now, but...
there's that, and...
back to my 20s, I read stuff.
Jim Norton's book, Tales of a Meaty-Breasted Nothing. The one by Adam Carolla, in 50 years, Men Will Be Chicks.
Oh, I basically surf so much that I just don't read anymore. See, from that article, he was rejected from the military, which means he went through MEPS in Phoenix, Military Entrance Processing Station, and they gave him a bunch of physical and psychiatric tests. And see, if he is MK Ultra, if he is under some kind of control, who are his controllers? Where do they make contact with him? How are they, they must be administering drugs and some kind of hypnosis stuff. And I think that MEPS is a connection. And I suspect it more because the mainstream press is just totally not discussing it, why can't we hear from the military scientists or the military doctors who rejected him? I think we really need to hear about why he was rejected by the Army. I think that guy should be on CNN, but I don't think we're going to hear a word about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I'm just daring the guy chatting to call in. Because he's like, your guest is getting it all wrong again. He was rejected for admitting to smoking pot.
Okay.
Jesus
well,
Christ.
hey, this
What does Jesus? Yeah, what does Jesus Christ have to do with anything right now? Leave Jesus out of it. Jesus didn't do nothing. Well, he did something, but he's not responsible for right now. So.
Okay, but hey, there's more to this than just this MEPS connection. I mean, the okay, let's see. 2 days ago, I saw the local sheriff from Tucson, Arizona, Pusnick. I saw this on YouTube, and I have this on my page as well. He made a statement that they were looking for a second suspect. They were looking for this man, and his 40 to 50, and that was the CCTV video, that everybody was looking for this man. And then the next day, here comes the FBI director, Mueller, and, this guy, he was just a cab driver. He talked to Lawner and drove him someplace, but that's it. And this next report didn't even mention the cab driver's name. So we're never going to hear from this guy again. And then, there was a suspicious package, but, it was nothing. Now it's gone. And, we don't need to worry about that either. So there's a lot of things that are being covered up here. And ask this smart ass on chat, okay, why would Gabrielle Gifford, why would this congresswoman subscribe to this YouTube channel from this disturbed 22-year-old, and why did someone take down that subscription?
Yeah,
today?
no, he's saying they're saying the screenshots are photoshopped.
They're all over the place, and they're not. I got a ton of them, and it's not just me. It's up on Information Underground. I know there's somebody else on Facebook I've already seen that they took a screenshot too. There's tons of them. Who is this guy chatting with you? What's his name?
It could be Troy from West Virginia. I just basically challenged them to call in.
Okay.
Either call in or shut up, because they want to. Look, I didn't block him from chatting because I'm well in my rights to block him, but I'm not gonna block him because, hey, you know what? Let's have some controversy.
I can't see that chat right now. Yeah. Let's have some controversy. Tell this guy to call or.
Yeah, call in. Call in because you know what, dude? I'm not gonna read anything you say now until you call in.
Yeah.
Feel free and type in the chat room, but I'm not reading it. You call in and you speak for yourself, because I'm not gonna speak for you. I think that's fair. I think that's fair that I'm not gonna speak for you, because And
it is a radio show. I mean, if he wants to. Okay, so I got this one. I have 172. I shouldn't repeat this number probably.
No, don't do that. Don't repeat that.
Okay, yeah. I don't have any. I can't see the chat. I see a call in progress, so there's somebody else on the line, but I can't see anything else. I'm looking at our...
that's the number, 724-444-7444, extension 23980, and the pin, you'll see a pin there. Either just press £1.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, here it is.
But I don't see...
Yep, it is Troy. It is Troy, because it's... He just called in, and it's Lucas Drydur, and I know that's his name. Troy! Okay, did it unmute? Did it unmute?
Well, let me tell you something.
There you go.
That stuff was photoshopped. You're absolutely nutty to think that I'm telling you that you think that a congresswoman subscribed to the boy. You're a nutball.
Dude, you got a fake accent.
No, that's his real. Wait. That is his real accent.
Okay.
You're so insane. You think some Photoshop? You got fooled, boy. You got fooled, boy.
No, and it's not just me. It's all over Facebook today. There are tons of pictures of it. Screen captures.
One person photoshopped it, and all you people are looking at the same Photoshop.
I did my own. I did my own,
boy.
and it's not a Photoshop, it's a screen capture.
You didn't. No, you didn't. You're lying now, boy. You're lying now.
No.
Yes, you are.
No.
Yes, you are.
Prove it.
You know you're lying.
No, really.
You did not.
To his channel. You were not subscribed to his channel.
Hey, Troy, before anything, I just need to get this out the way. Troy. Troy, if your wife tasted a little different last night, that's because of me.
Okay. That's another truth.
Okay. There you go. I just had to get that out of the way. The Troy degrading Troy's wife for the day. There you go.
Your guest is lying when he says he was looking at the YouTube channel and screen captured it himself. Your guest is lying when he
How
says
do you know?
No,
How do you know?
True. Yeah, and how do you know that? Prove it. You go to thepopulace.net, in the upper left corner is the story. And I've got the screen captures are right there.
But you're not the one who captured it, are you? Because you're lying.
I am the one who captured it. I got it on my hard drive. I got tons of them.
Nope,
I got about a dozen.
You're lying.
Pictures.
You copied somebody else's, is what you did.
No,
Yeah, you did.
No, those are my screen captures. No, really, they're my screen captures, dude. Those are my photos.
Okay. Next point, because Troy's just not gonna. Troy's gonna be like, "You're lying," and then you're just gonna go,
Okay.
"No, I'm not lying,"
Yeah.
and you're just gonna go around in circles and just.
Right.
Yeah.
You really think this congresswoman? You really think this congresswoman was subscribed to this nutball? Is that how insane you are? You really believe that?
She did, or somebody did, and then why would they remove it today? Yesterday, she was subscribed to Jared Lee Lauder's YouTube channel.
No,
now,
she
once
wasn't.
this story went public, today, all of a sudden, gone. Who removed it? Why
Oh
was
wait,
she subscribed
this just in. I got someone. I got someone else. I got someone else who screen captured it too. He has his own screen captures.
Okay.
In fact, how's about we damn it, that means I gotta fucking do it. I'll find the screenshots and compare them, see if they're all the same.
Hey, Louie, after the show, I'm probably gonna have to restart my computer, but I'll go to your wall on Facebook and just dump a ton of them. Okay.
It's a hoax.
I'll just upload photos from my hard drive right to Crotch Radio.
You're falling for
I'll
a
put
hoax.
them on my wall and yours.
You're falling for a hoax. You're falling for a hoax.
Well, okay, if it's a hoax, if somebody subscribed her to, then who did it? Who did it?
Anybody could do it. Anybody could do it. Anybody could
only
do
somebody
it.
with her password could do it. Only she can. It's her YouTube channel.
It's not her.
How do you go to somebody's YouTube channel and subscribe them to somebody else's stuff? I mean,
Okay, all right. Well, no, that's a valid question. How do we know that's her?
Yeah.
How do we know that's her official YouTube?
We don't. It's not. This woman does not subscribe to him. You're silly if you believe that. That's a fact.
Okay. Well, I'm asking the question. How do we know that's her official YouTube account that was subscribed to him?
Oh, I don't know.
All right then.
well, it's her account. I mean, it's the account that is attributed to her.
Okay, well,
Okay.
because I mean, I'm playing devil's advocate right now because there's a lot of people like for example, there'll be someone that claims that they're Usher, and this is the official Usher YouTube account, but it ain't really Usher because all the Usher music videos are 240p, not
Well, her account's
low
been
quality.
Up since 2008. So her account's been up 2 or 3 years, and it is the official account that says Congresswoman, Gabrielle Gifford, and it's got a picture of, serving Southern Arizona. So I think her account's legit. It's been around a long time. I mean, if it wasn't her account, why would there be so much attention on it after her shooting? Okay. The question of how did she subscribe to?
Well,
Lauder?
I mean, okay, again, playing devil's advocate again. I'm a huge fan of Opie and Anthony. Grew up listening to them. There's a lot of accounts.
Her age is 27.
What?
Her age on there was 27, which isn't true.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that. Okay.
You're getting played. You're getting played. You're buying it as fact. It's hilarious.
Who's playing? Who is setting this up?
I don't know.
Am I getting played by?
Because I mean, I honestly can't defend the position because I didn't see this with my own eyes. Because I'm getting the news. I mean, a lot of people sending me. Oh, oops. Do I have another caller? Oh, I do have another caller. James Burns of the Freedom Files.
Hey, Louie.
James.
That's right.
James.
I have to counter what Troy has said. I went on her YouTube channel last night, and it was there. It's not there anymore, but I screen capped it, and I sent those screen caps to you too. It's not fake. It was actually, I don't know if it, I mean, yeah, I question the 27 age as well. It was probably one of her staff members that was probably in charge of her channel, but no, it was legitimate. It wasn't a Photoshop. It was the real deal.
Yeah. Yeah, she was a subscriber, or her channel, the channel attributed to her, it only had, yes, last night had 2 subscriptions. One to Congressman Ike Skelton. He's the congressman from Missouri. The other one was Class It Up 10. Class It Up 10 is Jared Lee Lauder's channel. And that's all. I have screen caps of all of them on my write-up on thepopulist.net. If you go to thepopulist.net, it's on the upper left corner. It's like the latest story. You'll see a picture of it, you click on it, and everything's there. So I have three of my own screen captures there, and I got a ton more on my hard drive. And after the show, I'm going to send a bunch to the Crotch Shot Radio, so there'll be no doubt that, yes, it's not Photoshopped. Whoever, he's absolutely right. That she was subscribed to his channel last night. I think the only question...
She had nothing to do with it.
Probably. Who knows? How do you know that? How do you know? I mean, I just got questions. Okay.
I live in reality. Reality.
Okay, why would she subscribe to this? A 22-year-old.
She didn't subscribe to it.
How do you know that? Why would she subscribe to it on her YouTube channel? She was subscribed to his channel. Troy, that's a fact. It wasn't Photoshopped. The YouTube channel attributed to her, she was subscribed to Jared Lee Lauder's channel.
She had nothing to do with it. She had nothing to do with it.
How do you know that? I'm not saying you're wrong.
Okay.
I'm saying, how do you know that?
Well, he's
it doesn't
probably
make sense.
You're right. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Okay. Probably one of her aides probably subscribed to him. It wasn't her personally.
Okay.
Or it could have been.
How do you know that?
But the point is that her channel was subscribed to Jared Lee Lawler's channel for a couple hours at least.
And what does that prove? And what does that prove? That
proves that we're not lying, Troy.
And who took down that subscription? Who took down that subscription? Don't you think that would be evidence? If this kid shot her, don't you think that this connection is certainly something that the police should know about? It's certainly something we should know about. The public should know. The police should know. The investigators should know. This doesn't make any sense at all. The fact that, in my piece, I can just come out and say they must have known each other. It makes no sense for this woman, this well-to-do, well-educated congresswoman, why would she subscribe to some channel with just a few little freaky videos from some young, disturbed 22-year-old kid? It makes
She
no
did
sense.
not subscribe to him. You need to understand that. She did not subscribe to him.
Then why was she subscribed to his channel? She did subscribe.
Somebody hacked into it, more than likely.
Okay, more than likely, but how do you know that? All we have is questions. The only thing we know is that her channel, the YouTube channel attributed to Congressman Gabrielle Gifford, was subscribed to channel.
You have questions. So when she gets out of the hospital, you can ask her this goofy question, and she's going to say, "I have no idea what you're talking about."
Yes, that's exactly what she's going to say, because she's recovering from surgery with a bullet in her head. So how the hell did she get it? Oh, by the way, there's this weird scandal going on. I know you're on painkillers and can barely see and all this. You got all these bandages, but could you just take your laptop and delete this because we got all this controversy? No, she didn't delete it. She sure as hell didn't subscribe after she was shot. And she sure as hell didn't delete her subscription after she was shot. You're saying somebody hacked into her YouTube account? Maybe they did. Okay, but where's your proof of that? The only proof we have is sitting right there that she was subscribed, and then when the story went public, somebody went in and deleted it. Now that's suspicious. The fact that they deleted it is suspicious, and the fact that she was subscribed to his channel implies that she must have known this guy. You know, she doesn't subscribe to a bunch of channels casually. She only had 2 subscriptions. It's not like she had 100 YouTube subscriptions or anything like that. Only 2. Only 2. Ike Skelton and this weird kid. It doesn't make any sense. They must have known each other in some other way. She was familiar with him, and maybe there's a bunch of YouTube males that they've got. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're YouTube friends, and there's a bunch of males sitting there between these two.
I knew he was gonna start laughing because he's losing the debate.
Who?
Troy.
Okay.
Troy's laughing. He's just laughing.
This Gifford woman has never engaged in any YouTube conversations with this guy ever. She never personally subscribed to this guy. That's a fact.
How do you know that?
Because it doesn't make sense. You don't sit there.
So
somebody in her position doesn't talk with wackos.
Well, Troy, in the news they said...
That makes perfect sense to me, but here she is subscribing to the channel.
Troy, I mean, in the news, she said she was very outgoing. She did speak to her constituents. She was very available to her constituents. So why not? Why couldn't she? I mean, apparently he didn't come out crazy until, he started shooting people. I mean, a lot of times these nutcases know how to hide it until it's too late.
Not this guy. This guy, if you read the articles, everyone knew he was a nut well before Saturday or Friday or whenever.
Hey, maybe,
Not really, because, because, look, you don't call someone crazy if you really think they're crazy, because if you really think someone's crazy, they're going to fuck you up because they're crazy.
Yeah, you're going to be...
You're gonna fucking back off. You don't just, if you call someone crazy to their face, you really don't think they're crazy.
These people, they didn't call him crazy to his face. It was now that they're talking to people that went to school with him. They're saying, yeah, we were afraid of this guy.
Okay, so why didn't they why didn't they do anything?
Well, what can you do? Just if you suspect somebody's crazy, what are you going to do? I suspect he's crazy? They can't, there's no law against suspecting somebody's crazy.
Again, I used to work at a homeless shelter, dealing with a lot of, mentally ill.
I did too, Louis.
Oh, okay.
I used to work at a homeless shelter as well. And you're absolutely right.
There's a way to treat these people with dignity. Like some of them are crazy, Methadonians, which what we call them. Like, you put them you treat them in a certain way. You treat them nice and easy. You could call the program. You call like a psychiatrist and stuff like that. There are things to do, nice and gentle.
Right.
If you really think someone is nuts, to actually prevent shit from happening. The thing is, if they were really worried, they could have found a way to just prevent something from happening. If they really thought he was that crazy, that dangerous to society.
Right. I mean, maybe he was sending a bunch of emails too, or maybe through YouTube he kept contacting her channel and they got into some dialogue or something. Who knows? Maybe she thought he was just a. Okay, I mean, I've seen a bunch of TV reports. Oh, the guy was crazy. Well, that's his. I saw his community college professor and some kids in college.
And Troy, Troy, you got kids. Well, step kids. God forbid, anything were to happen to them. If you were being interviewed, would you be calm about talking about someone who you care about?
You don't know how this man, he was a scout for the Los Angeles Dodgers. That's his job. He's not some government agent.
Okay, I'm not saying that.
Well, what does his reaction have to do with anything?
It's just weird how calm and scripted it sounded.
Yeah. It's like a sound like. Are you talking from that report you read?
You found a conspiracy in everything.
No, I don't.
Why? Okay, well, I mean, this is I'm talking to someone that grabbed this kid by his ankle.
No, I do suspect this.
Troy, how's that case going, by the way?
There was never a case.
It was never a case. What you had to. There was like a restraining order, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
How'd that go? Where you
Long
found?
since over. Huh?
It's over. Oh, so you're back home?
Well, hell yeah.
How the hell they let you have your kid? You know this. All right.
Oh, my kids have it great.
It's
My
just-
kids
it's
have it great.
Okay.
I mean,
My
hey,
kids have it.
Troy, you're right. That is what I think. I suspect the same people who gave us the crotch bomber and the shoe bomber and all this other crap, and now those explosives that came in through Chicago. And hey, just last week there were these packages that fizzled and smoked, and white powder came out of them, and one of them was addressed to Janet Napolitano. And now we don't hear anything about that because they got this new thing going. They just keep sending us false flag attacks, and they just keep taking our rights away.
What right have you lost?
I do suspect that. You're right. Okay, but I don't have any proof of that. I don't have any proof of that, so I don't come out and say that Jared Lee Lawler was an
Actually,
MK Ultra.
the right to privacy. The right to privacy, Troy.
No, I think you have the right to privacy.
No, have you ever been to New York City?
No.
No. Oh, okay. Do you know every time I have to get on the subway, the NYPD checks your bag before you're able to go through the turnstile in the subways?
I imagine they do.
Every time, they have to line up. Sometimes they just pick you at random, like, hey, stop. And the train is right there, and you're rushing. You got to get your ass to work, and, you end up getting late because the cops want to.
And that's never happened to you. That's never happened to you, and you know
Yes,
it.
that has. Yes, that has.
No, it hasn't.
How the hell? How you telling me?
Yeah, if you don't believe something, you just say no, it didn't happen. Well, yes, it did. I mean, yes, she did subscribe.
Dude, it happens to many. It happens to many New Yorkers. New Yorkers. I mean, look, I'm not single. I'm not. It's random. I know I'm not singled out. I know I'm not saying I'm singled out. Like, oh, there's Louis B. Let's search him today. No, sometimes they just call you. They're like, yo, open your bag. They have a table there. Whoop, You either comply or you gotta, or you're walking because they won't let you in the subway.
Yeah, guess what? We haven't been attacked in 40 years, have we?
Yeah.
Well, hey,
we were. I mean, come on. How's about this? You want to use? We haven't been attacked in 10 years. Okay, I was here back in '93 when the first bombing. We weren't attacked for years after that, and we didn't have the crap.
I don't necessarily agree with what they've done, but I mean, I think it's in.
I mean, what do you enjoy? Do you enjoy getting your balls caressed while you're at the airport? I mean,
I'll never have my balls caressed at the airport.
Correct. I mean, are you sure? I mean, do you go through the body scanner to see your little pig dick?
I would take the back scatter. I'll be taking the back scatter.
Have you? Do they let you? They let you pass without getting patted down?
Well, I'll let you know when I'm there on 9/11.
Is that the only action you've been getting, Troy? Is
nope.
No.
Okay.
How's the love life going? You sound very repressed.
No, it's more than satisfactory.
Where are you at, Troy? Where are you?
Home.
I mean, where do you live? I mean, I'm in Washington State. I'm a hillbilly, man. I'm way out west.
Oh, just Google them. Just Google them. Everybody, every truther knows where he lives.
Where are you at, Troy?
Every truther has his address. Everybody.
Okay.
Just Google
all right.
it. Don't worry about it.
Okay, no worry. All right, no big deal.
Don't
okay.
worry about it.
But hey, we also got to talk about the fact that in his videos, Launder was saying, he talks about the conscious dreamer. He talks about being a sleepwalker. I am a sleepwalker. In a few days, you will know that I am a conscious dreamer. That's what he was saying on those videos. And remember, his channel was only, October 25th. I mean, it's not even 3 months old, his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And
hold on.
Hold on.
I got something. James, James, just jump in, dog.
Well, that's cool. I'm just enjoying the conversation. Just wanted to jump into, back up your guest saying, look, this was not photoshopped. I saw it with my own eyes. And
Thank you.
And
You're
I'm
making
sorry,
a deal out of nothing.
But Troy, you need to stop jumping to conclusions on things. And I'm not lying. I saw it last night with my own eyes. I screen capped it, and I have also sent my copies to Louis. And you can go whenever he posts them up on his website and look at them yourself. They're not mine or original.
Right on. So I'm on, and I'm after the show. I don't know why my internet. I have a POS computer, so I can't. I got Skype installed, and now internet's not working. Well, after the show, I'm going to restart everything, and I'm going to go to Louis B's. I'm going to go to Crotch Facebook page and just upload everything. And so he'll have a bunch of pictures. There'll be no doubt. And plus, on my site, mine's already there. I've got at theparkminutes.net. I've already got mine up there. So that my screen capture is there, and that's exactly what it is, a screen capture. But it's all over the place. There's more people.
Within a week, you'll find out that it was a hoax. I promise you this. I promise you this.
What? She wasn't really shot?
The mainstream press. That's exactly what they're going to say. They're not going to say anything.
We're gonna find out she really wasn't shot. This was the new 3D technology that it was digital bullets.
Yeah. Well, they're going to say something and just, that was just some prank. But they won't say anything on, primetime Fox News. But they'll put out a statement that we'll pick up, that we truthers will pick up, and to try and shunt it and shut it down and everything like that. Basically, they'll ignore it in the mainstream press. They're not going to even.
That's because it's a non-issue. It's a non-issue.
It is an issue. It is an issue. I mean, it's not just because I think that. I mean, this is evidence.
Evidence of what?
That she was in contact with, that she knew Jared Lee Lawler. He wasn't just a random psycho shooter. She knew him.
And let's just assume you're right. What is that supposed to? What does that mean?
Well, then that means that this wasn't the random shooting that it's being made out to be. That he's not the lone gunman psycho that just went off to kill her. There's some other relationship there that maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Maybe he's hot for her. I don't know. I'm not denying that he did the shooting. Certainly, I'm not saying that I have all the answers. I think we talk about the MK Ultra thing, and that's what I think. Honestly. At this point, that's what I think. I don't have proof for that, so I don't come out and say that's the truth, but I come out and say I think that, and this is exactly what I think. I think that at MEPS, he tried to get into the Army. Some people who were looking for a patsy saw him and started working with him. And this is a few months back. And another thing is, he's supposed to be this psycho gun nut, but he purchased that Glock 9mm that he used to shoot those people. He purchased that in November, and FBI Director Mueller just said that yesterday. So if he just got this gun in November and now he was a crack shot, I don't know. Maybe he just drilled. But I think somebody was helping him. I think that this second suspect, who's now just a cab driver, I think he was what the local sheriff said he was, a suspect that they wanted some information from. And I think he did more than just drive Jared Lee Lawler around. That's what I think. I think Jared Lee Lawler is a patsy in some way, being manipulated, coerced, controlled in some fashion to do what he did. That's what I think. I don't have proof of that, but I do have proof.
Comments? Questions?
It's just amazing listening to you people, the paranoia and the conclusions you jump to.
Well, you know the 9/11 is an inside job, don't you, Troy? You know the 9/11.
Oh, you really don't know who Troy is, don't you?
Okay, no, I don't. I'm sorry.
You have no evidence whatsoever of 9/11 being an inside.
Oh my God! Wow. Okay. Well,
Well, just name your biggest piece. What's your biggest piece of evidence? Just one. Your biggest.
World Trade Center Tower number 7.
What about
I would say it would be the biggest.
What about it?
Well, it collapsed into free fall speed.
Oh, okay.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
And it wasn't hit by a plane, and the 9/11 Commission didn't even mention it. And the mainstream press.
Why would the 9/11 Commission was about the terrorist attacks? I mean, you people get the easiest things wrong. It's ridiculous. You don't even know
the terrorists. weren't real. So, you know, it was about the terrorist attacks. It was about lying about the terrorist attacks. It was.
You haven't even read the 9/11 Commission report, so you don't know anything.
Hey, Troy, have you?
No, I know they don't mention the World
Okay,
Trade
hold on. James, go ahead.
Yeah, Troy, have you read it?
Yeah.
Liar. You're a liar.
I think there's a comic book version of it.
Shoe on the other end of the foot there, Troy. You're a liar.
Well, I don't care if you believe it or not.
Well, I don't believe you. I think you're full of crap.
Well, can you name one paragraph that was wrong in the 9/11 Commission report? Can you name one paragraph in that whole book that was wrong? You can't do it.
I tell you the truth. Tell you the truth, I honestly have not read the Commission report.
9/11 truthers haven't read the Commission report. They don't read that stuff.
And neither have you, jackass.
No. Let's not resort to name calling. Now,
you can't say that the Commission report doesn't talk about it.
Why not? All's fair, in my opinion.
Okay.
Doesn't bother me a bit.
It doesn't bother me either.
Oh, okay.
All right, well.
All right. Well, then the jackass has been approved. Moving on to new business. Next business.
So you all think empty remote control airplanes hit the towers? I mean, how crazy is that? And then they were brought down with silent explosives.
First off, I never said that. Okay, I just said that. You know that I don't believe in the official story.
Well,
I truly believe Troy's wife can only get off by battery operated penises.
You can believe that. Believe what you want.
I'm kind of glad it's here because he could be, maybe he's pathological, but he actually is going to come out and say that so we can bounce our stuff against him. And you can't say that the Commission report lied about WTC-7 because they didn't mention it at all.
Wow, it was about the terrorist attacks. It wasn't about the buildings and how they collapsed. That was a report issued by NIST. Had nothing to do with the 9/11 Commission report.
Well, I would say nothing.
The terrorist attack, World Trade Center 7 wouldn't have gone down, though, Troy. It would still be standing, Troy. Well, the first one, not the one that they've rebuilt. So, yeah, it does tie in.
No, it does not. If you had read the report, World Trade Center 7, it was about the terrorist attacks and what. And
if it wasn't for the quote-unquote terrorist attacks, World Trade Center 7, the first one, would still be standing today, along with World Trade Centers 1 and 2 and everything else, Troy.
Well, what was? If you read the Commission report, you'd understand what the report was about.
I don't do fiction, Troy.
Yeah.
I mean, the NIST reports dealt with the collapse. The final NIST report of World Trade Center 7. Ooh. Yeah, by the real scientists, the respected scientists.
Okay, so explain to me, Troy. We've heard stories about buildings, burning throughout the world, different skyscrapers, several days, and yet they don't collapse the way that World Trade 7 centers. Okay.
Right.
We're talking about controlled demolition of the towers. In 2011, we're talking about controlled demolition of the towers,
I mean, did y'all hear the boom, boom, booms? Did you see the flashes of light? No.
Boom, boom, boom.
Of course you didn't. Because it came down because of the fire. And the way the structure was built.
A 47-story building, yeah, sure.
Yeah, and it did.
Hey, if you believe that, I got a flying Pinto to sell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You people, was it the thermite or was it explosives that brought World Trade Center 7 down, in your opinion? It's always amazing me what y'all think.
I don't know.
The super nano thermite or the spray-on thermite or the explosives that don't make any noise? The soundless explosives.
I think they use quite a bit. I think they use some thermite to cut. That's just my opinion, layman's opinion. But I mean, it's not nobody's opinion that it's controlled demolition took down all 3 towers. Nobody's opinion. Controlled demolition took the towers down. That's a fact.
All right. Well, let's talk about something a little bit more. I guess we're going into overtime now. Let's talk about something a little bit more important. Troy, Yankees. 2011 champs?
No.
You're now you're a fucking nutcase. You're a liar. I know you're lying now. You're a goddamn liar.
Hey, the New York Jets are still in. Then that was a good game. That was a good game.
Let's go Yankees.
All right. Y'all have fun.
What? Oh, you're leaving now? You're leaving now?
I appreciate it, man.
What? You're leaving? You're
Yeah,
leaving?
I'm heading out.
Oh, okay. What?
Are you
What?
I appreciate talking to Troy.
What happened? What happened? The black bull came for your wife today, and you got to leave the house.
No.
It's like, why did you hire out a black guy to finally fill your wife the way she deserves to be fulfilled?
No, I've never done anything like that.
You're a liar.
You can believe that.
I do believe that. I believe that you need to hire a nice young black bull to please your wife.
Well,
Because you can't even tickle her insides.
all right. Well, good luck with your conspiracy theories and convincing
Yeah.
the world.
Are you
Seriously, I appreciate your call, man. I mean, I'm glad that you seriously think what you think, and so that it keeps it real.
Troy, get the fuck out. Troy, get the fuck out the house.
All right.
It's time for me to please your wife.
All right.
You're gonna hear her howling like a fucking wolf. Oh, damn. That was
Louis, she's all yours.
Thank you.
Is Troy gone?
Yeah, he hung up with those last words, with those final
Does he
last.
call you guys all the time?
No, it's kind of rare. I'm surprised he even decided to call, but I every time he calls, I just gotta fucking just get on him because of his wife's love of minority penis. Cause Troy seems like the type of guy that he's on top. He's on top of her, and she's just like, oh God, just get it over with. She prays to God every day that he catches a heart attack, so that way she could get his money and move to Philadelphia and just be bent over like night after night and just be in paradise.
Are you kidding? She just gets him a paper towel and tells him to go in the bathroom.
Yeah.
He seems like the type of guy that after it's done, the black guy goes, clean out your wife, and he, laughs up, master's cum.
Oh, God. Well, I mean, he just seems sincere, He seems like he really believes what he believes. So it's kind of nice, You don't find many skeptics in 2011. We would
I'm
like
surprised.
to have somebody who...
Wow, he didn't call me a beaner not once.
Oh,
Casey just pointed it out. Not one ethnic slur.
Wow.
Troy slipping. Troy slipping.
Oh, jackass, though, so I kind of made the difference.
So usually he's the one who's opening up with the... Oh.
Yeah, he didn't call me a beaner not once. Wow. He's learning. He's starting to soften up. Pretty soon he's really gonna believe 9/11 truth, and that's when his wife is gonna leave him, and he's gonna realize that pot isn't that bad, and he's gonna start smoking. He's gonna start smoking, and he'll be fine. He'll keep his job. He'll keep his job. Screwing people out of their money, and until he realizes.
You know the guy.
Dude, Google him. It's ridiculous that you don't know him. It's ridiculous.
Troy who?
Troy Sexton.
A Troy Sexton. Okay, I'm gonna check him out.
Hurricane, West Virginia. He's also known as Troy from West Virginia.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna Google him then. Troy Sexton, West Virginia.
He was accused of grabbing this kid by the ankle and throwing him over a fence and dragging him, and the kid, like he was fucking his stepson or son was fucking up because he can't play football because look at the stock that poor kid came from. Doesn't have a fucking athletic bone in his body. He was getting his ass beat by the 12-year-old minority kids that were probably 6 feet tall and smacking him around like a little bitch. Like, give me that ball. Bam. This is Pee-wee. And he got all upset. He's like, fucking run. And, picked him up by the ankle. I mean, this is what the report said. I didn't see this myself.
Oh, he hurt his own kid.
That he had a helmet on and he was just bumping his head on the ground, but he had a helmet on, at least.
Okay. But he was beating on his kid pretty bad. Okay. So he's
I wouldn't say beating on his kid. I mean, some people jumped in like, hey, you can't do that. That's a baby.
Okay.
That's a baby. Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, he's not, I don't think he's a shill. You know what I mean? I mean, he's not a, I don't think he's a shill at all.
Yeah, neither do I. I just think he's a silly jackass that, you know, I like having fun with when he calls in, you know. Oh, you fucking fucker. You know, I have the first time he's ever called on my YouTube channel. He got destroyed, you know, trying to debate me, but I was more interested in discussing how, you know, his wife enjoyed my penis in her vagina.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, my Skeet and Troy's wife was an inside job.
Yeah.
I get inside her job.
But you guys know something? You know, when I first saw people coming up with those, you know, screenshots of the YouTube channel, yeah, I was skeptical at first too, because I don't believe everything right off. You know, I went on her YouTube channel and I found it for myself and I screen capped it. So. But I didn't go off calling these people liars. I said, okay, well, maybe this is legit, maybe it's not. And, you know, I actually went off and did the research, and it turned out to be true. And that's the difference between us and Troy. You know, he just has a knee-jerk reaction.
Right. Well, I saw it on Underground Forum, you know, and and there was a link, and I went there, and then that's when I started, I did my screen captures and did a piece on it. I was blown away. I still am. See, like I said, I think all this stuff, and we talk about MK Ultra and the fact that he's some kind of controlled assassin. I really do think that. But this is proof that something isn't right. Something is not as it seems, and it's being covered up. You know?
Yeah.
And it's a start. You know, it's a start. This is.
I mean, I mean, just take out all the MK Ultra conspiracy thing. If someone had a link to the person that attempted to kill you, like, you know, it is a strange, and then for it to mysteriously disappear, you know, like someone's trying to erase any link, you know, whether one of her aides did it, you know, just added him because he thought, hey, you know, he's not that crazy, let's yeah, I like what this guy's saying. The congresswoman should be associated. The congresswoman's, you know, account should be associated with this account. It could be something as innocent as that. It could be. But the fact of the matter, it was erased. That link was deleted right after this dude attempted to kill her. Right. And that is strange. I mean, look at it look at it at a normal angle. With you know, without the MK Ultra, without the other conspiracy thing to it, it can't be a coincidence.
I think at the very least, her office, you know, whoever did take it down, you know, should give us an explanation. Like, how did it get up there in the first place? Was it a staff member? Was it a hack? You know, I think we at least deserve that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think that whatever statement comes from him now, I'm going to suspect as well. I mean, you know, I'll be honest when I say I don't believe anything the mainstream press says. I just don't believe. I think that they're not just, I don't think that they're just lazy or stupid. They're complicit in all this. I really believe that at this point. So, you know, like not everybody's bad. It's like that local sheriff when he said, yeah, we're looking for this other suspect, and then the next day Mueller rides into town and the suspect, he was just a cab driver, it's nothing. Oh, that suspect is nothing, you know. And so the next statement that we're going to get, if they even give us a statement, is going to be, oh, it was nothing, it was a hack, it was a joke. You know, they'll spin it off in some way, and we won't really know. I'd like to hear what Ms. Gabrielle Gifford has to say. You know, it looks like she's going to survive this. That will be interesting. And I honestly don't think that they want her to live through this. You know, that's just what I think. Like I said, you know, that's me in my mind. I'm pretty conspiratorial at this point.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll say this. I mean, to use a pistol to wreak the kind of damage that Lawler did, that took way more than just a couple months of shooting cans. I mean, he had some obvious training there to, wreak that kind of damage. Plus, the shooter straight in the head. And
are you sure? Really? I mean, really? Because, I mean, wouldn't the same amount of damage happen if you close your eyes and start squeezing off all random and shit? I mean, depending upon how thick the crowd was, I mean, wouldn't it be like shooting fish in a barrel at that point?
Well, I don't know about that, Louie, but I just think.
Well, I never fired a gun. I mean, I always I dealt with my problems with my fists. That's why they call me Captain Fighter Nigga, aka DJ Fisticuffs.
I kind of agree with you about what you're saying about the shooting, because now he was grabbed and held down by bystanders. So people got that gun, or got him on the ground, got that gun away from him. Yeah. So he did not have much time to shoot. What, 19 people, 6 dead, 13, 14 wounded. Okay, and like he said, he shot a 9-year-old girl in the head. He shot that congresswoman in the head. He killed 5 or 6 and wounded.
Chest. Yeah, he shot her in the 9-year-old in the chest. Yeah. But I mean, that was just
chest.
No amateur pistol, shooter done what he did.
Yeah, and everybody running around screaming. I mean, he was putting lead into people. So, and I've read a bunch of stuff that said he was a damn good shot. I don't know. But I'm no gun expert. But I agree that it took more than a couple of months, of training to get to shoot like that.
Well, I'm a gun expert. I'm a hunting expert, and I'll say this: there's a big difference between shooting at a blank target than killing a live being. I mean, I've hunted deer all my life, and when you have that deer in your crosshairs, your adrenaline is pumping. Okay, you're nervous, you're shaking. It's way different than just shooting at a know-nothing bullseye.
But the thing is, but insane people already have that adrenaline pumping. That's where you get the term retard strength.
Yeah. I mean, if he would have just shot her in the head and that would have been it, then fine. Okay, but he killed 6 people. He wounded 14. No way that either A, there was a second gunman, or else he had a hell of a lot of training and programming to pull that off.
Right. And again, he wasn't at it for long. The bystanders grabbed him, got him on the ground, got that gun away from him. So he was not shooting for very long to do all that damage. I'm not discounting anything at this point. And I think, like the Fort Hood shooter, and then there was a second shooter there, and everybody, and when that second shooter was discovered, the official story stays the same, but online, in the truth movement, we all know that there was somebody else. At least something else was going on besides what they said. And it's the same thing here, It's not what they say it is. And so, it just points the finger that, okay, we're being lied to again, and they're using this to push their agenda on us. So what this is going to do is take the First Amendment rights. Now they're going after gun rights. They're going after... they're getting scared. They're getting exposed on the internet, and they're trying to shut us down. Mm-hmm. And these kind of things are playing into their hands.
I agree entirely.
So, but Louis, I'm going to post probably half a dozen on your wall on Facebook. After the show, I'm just going to post. I got all kinds of different sizes, shapes. There's no doubt. If anybody wants to say that these are photoshopped, the burden of proof will be on them.
Right.
It's photoshopped at all.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take 3 or 4 screenshots, whatever I could get my hands on, and I will post them, just to, like, sample 1, sample 2, sample 3. And then just show where the sources are. Hopefully I can find a screenshot from a mainstream site, like the Huffington Post or something like that.
Right.
And the reason why I mentioned the only thing I mentioned Huffington Post is because they're probably the only people that would ever post that.
Right.
Yeah.
They're still mainstream though.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what I'll do. Damn it. back to work.
Okay.
Hey, Louis, we're glad to have you back, though. We missed you.
Yeah, no, I really needed the break. I really needed the break. I was getting burnt out, you know, constantly in a battle type situation with, you know, a whole bunch of gang stalkers. And you know, I'm actually gonna be talking about gang stalking sometime this week because I find it, you know, the more I think about it, the funnier I just think about it. These people like to accuse others of being MK Ultra and or some form of government agent, but they all use gang techniques to make up stories to do stuff to go after one person.
Right.
And
you're going after Whack. So
well,
that's
I
why
mean,
they're
I'm not going after Whack that much anymore because it's proven.
It's dead horse, yeah.
It's proven already. You know,
Right.
they can't. No one can tell me anything. No one,
Right.
you know, someone actually tried to goad me into a fight, but I'm like, you can't tell me anything. The proof is out there. It's proven. It's out there. There's nothing you can tell me. There's no debate. The proof is out there. The records are out there. See for yourself. If you don't want to believe it, that just proves how much of a follower you are, and you know, you just how much of a non-truther you are. You just want to cover your eyes and not see the truth. It's like people. It's like people acting like Troy saying, "Oh no, you're lying. You're lying." Well, look at the record. It's right there. It's in black and white. Oh, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. So I mean, I find it useless to debate anyone on Whack, on Luke Rakowski, on anybody else, because you know, everything has been well documented. Other people have decided to pick up the ball all late in the game and shit and start exposing what we are changed. And I'm like, oh, all right, where the fuck were you guys 2 years ago?
Yeah.
When me,
but you know, a lot of the stuff that went down, like with the French Connection and all that, I wasn't awake in 2006. I wasn't awake when all of that stuff. I wasn't awake when Christopher Berlin left the country. You know, I wasn't even awake then. So some of it I'm kind of finding out a little bit late about, but I think it's a done deal now. It's too bad people know. Too many people know. That's why they're all getting discredited. I don't find Alex Jones supporters anymore, or people who really listen to him and think that he's telling the whole truth.
Well, look, I mean, I know a lot of people that Alex Jones screws over, and he, you know, either to protect his business or to basically protect who he's really working for. I mean, there's still a lot of supporters, especially at the Prison Planet forums, that they, you know, which I'll call just lazy truthers. They don't want to.
Right.
They're too afraid to want to strike out on their own. And I mean that and I said this before, that was one of the blessings in disguise that I got from being kicked out of We Are Change New York. It forced me to have to strike out on my own and start doing stuff for myself, and you know, because that's the one thing they expected. They expected me to just shrivel up and die and be like, oh well, you know, I guess I'm not a truther anymore. I can't. No. Oops. Oops. The Crotch Shot radio show was started, and you know, they from day one, people kept trying to control what was said. In fact, I remember when I first started it, Luke sat me down and he's like, you know, you really got to be careful what you say because you represent We Are Change New York, and it might discredit us by what you say on your show. And I'm like, nigga, fuck you. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm like, look, I'm a sovereign, you know, I'm going to say what I say. This is my show. None of you guys, no one helps me with it, so.
Right.
It's hilarious. So, I mean, so this show is, you know, hopefully it grows and hopefully it finds a new home somewhere. And,
oh, dude, you've got a couple of. I remember not just Louis. I remember Craig Fitzgerald. You basically you haven't, but you didn't destroy Whack New York. You haven't destroyed We Are Change. You've let people. You've set We Are Change free. Is what you've done. There's still a lot of good truthers out there.
Yeah.
It seems like on Facebook I get a lot of We Are Change groups. I'm friended up with lots of them. They're and their leaders may have been trying to steer people away from, the Zionist connection to 9/11, certain things that they didn't want people to look at. But that's a done deal now. The truth marches on. It's just we're just dumping the dead weight and we're dumping the shills is all.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to destroy We Are Change. That was never the original plan. I mean, there were times I've gotten pissed off and I say, fuck We Are Change, because right. I mean, there were times where people were like, oh, Luke's done a lot of good. Luke done this. Luke done. I'm like, really? What has he done? Really? Oh, he's waking a lot of people up. Oh, okay. So are a whole bunch of other truthers. What NWO shill is in jail? Where's the new 9/11 investigation? Where's this mass? Where is it? What happened? I mean, there's a fog in this movement. There is a fog in this movement that's holding us back. And what I really would like to see is more people just trying to clear that fog away and find out where it's coming from and get rid of it and really start opening up their minds and looking into other research and seeing and really start really connecting the pieces, because they're like I was saying in the private conversation with you, Scott, that there's truth in everything. There's some truth in the no planar theory. There's some truth in the TV fakery theory. There's some truth in the planar theory. There's some truth in the Zionist theory. There's some truth in the Freemason theory. They're pieces. There's truth inside there. They mix truth with lies. So the truth is easy to find, and you start connecting them together. That's why I really want people to pursue the hybrid theory and stop fighting against each other, and really doing the research and just pushing it away, or throwing the baby out with the bathwater. I mean, it's
have you ever heard of hoi polloi?
No, I have not.
And the victims, what he calls simulated victims of 9/11, and seen some of those videos. He was looking at the CNN memorial, and he was going through all the names and the pictures of those people, and showing how they were. Now that was some Photoshop action there. That they created all these. They just created names and created a picture of these people, and now the actual identities of the people that allegedly died on 9/11. Some of those alleged victims are not real, and if some of them aren't real, then you have to call into question everything about the victims of 9/11, and he was the one. He's affiliated with September Clues.
Yeah, I mean, I seen that. Someone pointed that out to me, but the thing is, that's really hard to prove. That is so hard to prove, because then, I mean, you could easily just get an actor or to say, oh well, yeah, they existed. You're disrespecting my family member's memory by saying they didn't exist. That thing is so hard. I mean, I've seen the videos where they're morphing the victims from one face to another to show that it was pretty much the same face, or some of them look like twins, to show that not that many firefighters passed away on that day.
Mm-hmm.
Or Port Authority Police or NYPD, died, so because this guy looks the same and they have two different names, but one little tweak of the nose and look, a different face. And I'm just saying, I'm not saying that there's no validity to it, because I mean it could very well be that the case, especially if this Holocaust thing is true, that not that many people died during the Holocaust, and that they didn't gas anybody, and there's no mass graves. I mean, especially if that's true, I mean, of course they can fake that to, maybe 100 people died on 9/11. They just needed to inflate the number to 100.
Right.
Or 3,000 or so, to make it seem like this is the proper number to
right. Pearl Harbor type.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, if 100 people died, it would still be a tragedy. But unfortunately, people are heartless bastards, and they'd be like, 100 people is an acceptable amount.
Yeah.
And that's how a lot of people think. And that is how a lot of people, it's like, just 100 people? That's no reason to go to war. Oh, they got us. Good show.
Yep. What happened?
Yeah.
Hello? Oh.
Yeah, yes, don't worry, we're still here.
Okay. Are we still live? We still broadcasting?
Yes, we're still broadcasting. We're 30 minutes overtime.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to call it a night. I'd like to thank everyone for listening.
I thought it was a pretty cool show.
Like to thank Scott for coming on. Like to thank James Burns of Freedom Files. Check him out Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern on American.
Yeah, thanks, James.
AmericanFreedomRadio.com. Like to thank Troy from West Virginia and his very accommodating wife for coming on, and I like his wife. I like to thank his wife for being available for catching my sperm. And we're gonna be back tomorrow. We're back. We're back at full force, and man, we're gonna continue kicking some ass, and we're gonna continue exposing the shills, exposing the assholes, exposing the lies. I might not know everything, but hell, I will find an expert. I'll find a fucking expert to explain it, because you know what? Hey, I'm not Mr. Know-It-All, and I'm not the world's greatest researcher. So I'm just being honest. But I'll make sure the people I do find are fucking, to the best of my knowledge, fucking reputable or at least knowledgeable enough to help you start going on the road of thinking. So anyways, this has been the Crotch Radio Show. I have been your host, Louis B., your Brooklyn Puerto Rican, and this is this is the Crotch Radio Show saying mahalo.
Okay. Thank you.